Okay, so a really quick lesson for Brian. This is going to be on power chords. So we're going to start off by finding fret number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're then going to take the first finger and we're very gently going to touch all of the strings with just that first finger. So you're going to touch it so gently that when you pluck through each string, all the notes are muted. And that's what we want, right? So you can just practice getting this light touch by very gently coming on and off the strings like this, and then just strumming through the notes. So one thing I should point out as well, actually, to get the first finger touching all the strings comfortably, you're going to need to have your thumb around the back of the neck here. You don't want it over the top like this. You want it back around about there, and then you'll find that you'll be able to get the first finger just here on the strings. Now with the first finger, couple of things. You're going to notice that this knuckle here is going to be quite flat, but this knuckle here, you're going to have it bent slightly, all right? You're not going to have it completely flat like that, because it's going to put your wrist in a pretty bad position, if you ask me. So you're going to just bend this knuckle here so that so that the wrist can just straighten out a little bit, just like that. Also, you're not going to have the first finger too high or too low. It's got to be just around about there, where you can apply a little bit of pressure with the first finger on that low E string, because that's what we're going to be doing pretty soon. So that's that. Now next, you just want to make sure as well that your first finger isn't kind of completely flat to the fretboard like this. You need to be kind of almost on the side. It's kind of in between flat and completely on the side. It's kind of in between there, okay? So that's where we are so far. Again, from this position here, just to double check a few things. Thumbs back here, first finger is still really light. This knuckle here is curled. Your finger is slightly rolled back, and you're going to be positioning it just behind the metal fret wire, not too far back, not too far over it, but just behind it there. All right, now again, just check, go through all the strings. All muted, good. If not, if you're getting this, it means you're pressing too hard, or sometimes people don't actually touch the strings here. So you just got to make sure that you get the first finger in that position, light, muting all the strings. Cool. From here, we're just going to take the tip of the first finger and we're just going to apply a bit of pressure to that note. We're going to play this note here, and only that note. All the other notes are going to remain muted whilst the E rings out, okay? So pressure here, ringing out, mute, all the rest. So if I strum through all the strings, I've only got that one note ringing. Now at this stage, you might find that the first finger presses down other notes. It might come off the strings. So you've really got to work in this position and just get used to getting this note ringing whilst the rest of the finger gently mutes the other notes. Okay, so from here we're going to take the third finger and we're going to place it down on the 7th fret on A string here. Now this finger is going to be curled all the way around, and again, if you can, try to get it up close behind the metal fret wire, not too far back, not over it, just close behind it. It might require a little bit of stretch, so you might need to work on that stretch. If that's the case, do it gently, not too much, you don't want to get injured. And from here, you hold that note down, and hopefully your first finger is still applying pressure here, and hopefully your first finger as well is still muting with the rest of the first finger. So I've got this note, and the rest are muted. And there's my power chord there. Okay, so sometimes some students find it tricky putting the first finger down first and then getting over with the third finger. So if that's you, you could try starting off, making sure the thumb is still back here, placing third finger down first on fret 7 A string. So you've got that note there. And then, whilst this third finger's down here, working the first finger here. The first finger should kind of fall into place from there, all right? Just again, make sure you're very light with it, on and off. You're not too high, you're not too low. This knuckle down the bottom just there is curled slightly. You know, it's not flat like that. We don't want that. It's just wrapping underneath the fretboard just there. If I strain it out, you can see how my hand just takes this really unnatural kind of posture. So it's just going to wrap around there. Again, I'm right up close behind the metal fret wire with the first finger, and I'm not pressing it down where it's kind of flat and flush to the fretboard. If I do that, my elbow has to come out. I don't want to do that. I want my elbow to fall naturally. So it's going to be, I'm going to be pressing down with it, with kind of the side, in between the flat part and the side of the finger there. And then once you've got that, apply pressure with the tip. Try and keep everything muted underneath. Apply pressure here. And you get a power chord just there. Now it's probably going to take a little bit of practice. The tricky part is applying pressure and getting the first finger to also be light. You know, it's quite an unnatural thing, really. Usually we either apply pressure with our digits or we're relaxed with them, but to have a digit do two things, apply pressure and be light, can be difficult, so be patient with this. So again, that's what we got there, guys. First finger, focus on getting that right. Get the third finger here, and there's your power chord there. And just because I'm here and I've made this video, I might as well just pop in a fuller power chord, a 3-finger power chord. So that there is a 2-finger power chord. So a fuller 3-finger power chord is just where you add the little finger just underneath the 3rd finger on fret 7, D string there. And then it's exactly the same. Everything else stays exactly the same. But you just pluck the 3 strings there, and then obviously those 3 notes there on the bottom. Just like that. Okay, cool. Hope this video helps. Take care. Catch you soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.